Security, a major concern not only here in the U.S., but of course all around the world. A recent international investigation by media groups found that iPhones are vulnerable to a type of spyware that can be delivered just through a simple text message. It's called Pegasus malware, and it can reportedly get past Apple's security system and even the most recent models of your iPhone. With that, I want to bring in JJ Green, national security correspondent for WTOP Radio. JJ, it's been a while, but always good to see lots to get to. So basically, this media group got together and exposed a massive story of really unreal implications here. There's basically a military-grade spyware made by a company called NSO Group that's based in Israel. They lease out the spyware to governments. Ostensibly, it's to root out terrorists and criminals. The investigation found that, oh no, it goes much further than that. Journalists, activists, political opposition, executives. It's frightening, and I imagine this is a game changer in terms of national security for us and every other country.
Absolutely, Rob, and here's why. Because this particular type of spyware is called zero-click. You don't have to do anything to be infected by this spyware, and you won't know about it unless you get your phone checked or your computer checked by an expert. So it can sit there, it can live there, it can control your phone, it can check your messages, it can steal your data, it can turn your cameras on, your microphones on, it can do all kinds of ugly and scary things to you for some type of rogue individual or rogue organization, or in this case, rogue governments. And the way this works is, what they've done is they've gone after the people in the groups that you've talked about that include everybody from presidents to taxi drivers, people that they have beefs with, people that they want to track and follow, and in some cases, people that they may want to eliminate or liquidate. So this is a very serious problem that U.S. national security and every other country around the world is concerned about today by virtue of the fact that this is only one of that type of software that they know about. There are others out there that they don't even know about them.
And again, the fascinating part to me, one of many, is basically we're talking about unregulated private spyware industry. This company I'm talking about, NSO Group, based in Israel, is valued at $1.5 billion. So we're talking about a major global industry, hackers for hire.
Absolutely. And that's where we're going in terms of dealing with that kind of problem, that kind of threat. Hiring. Earlier in the week, we learned that the Chinese government essentially had been hiring hackers to do criminal hacking against the United States and other countries. And that's the way that all of this is going. So it's not just the mainstream computer hacking, it's hacking phones, it's hacking computers, it's hacking any kind of mobile device, anything that's connected to the internet. And there are companies out there that are making hundreds of millions of dollars figuring out how to get to the dirty laundry of people that are in these target sets or target groups that the people that hire them want to hear from, want to know about. This is a problem that's not going to go away. It's only going to get worse if people don't start focusing on their security much more.
And before we let you go, the big question here, should everyday Americans be concerned if you don't fall on that list of politician, activist, something in the government? How concerned should Joe Blow citizen be over this, and what can we do, if anything, as an iPhone user to block some of this or try to block it?
Everybody should be concerned about this because this is just the high-end type of concern, the high-end type of software that does this. There are imitators and knockoffs that are much less effective, but they're just as destructive. So how should people who are not on that list of 50,000 who are being tracked on this high-end software, how should they react? Treat your phone like you treat your money. You don't leave your money out in public. You don't leave your money lying around. You don't allow just anybody to get to your money. So what you do is you go into your phone and you check your location settings. Do not allow applications to track you or programs track you across multiple applications. You can change that by going into your phone and making that setting. And I think with some of the new updates from Apple, it's actually automatic that they can not or shut down the ability of these apps to track you across the internet wherever you go. That's the thing you need to do, is to go into your mobile devices, any of your devices, and check to make sure, unless you need location services for like GPS or something to drive someplace, but to make sure that it's turned off.
Sound advice. What a world we live in. JJ, good to see you. Thank you so much. Appreciate your insight.
Pleasure, Rob.